Welcome into the Ravens Rundown, and we've got some football to talk about. And I'm going to take as much advantage of this as I can for the next couple of days. Because as we know, after mandatory minicamp is over on Thursday, there will be no more football to talk about for about a little bit over a month. Because we are currently in the middle of Baltimore Ravens mandatory minicamp. It is June 17th to June 19th, meaning Tuesday to Thursday. Then after that, they will take a pretty hefty break, and you won't get any more Ravens football back until about late July when they're starting up training camp. So let's talk about it. 5 takeaways from what happened on Tuesday. Before that, though, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We are currently in a heated race to 35,000 subs with Mavericks today. Great news. We finally beat them. We were trailing them for like a good bit, and we have officially passed them, but we're still on the race to 35K, and they got the NBA draft coming up. Cooper Flag's about to be in Dallas. That channel's about to boom. I need you guys to boom before that, okay? Keep proving to everybody here at Chat Sports, this channel has the best fan base of them all. Number 1 for minicamp takeaways, Lamar Jackson was in attendance. Now, I wasn't necessarily surprised by this, and you might be asking me, Joey, why is this even important? Well, I thought that there maybe was a chance that he'd miss because of the contract situation that's going on with him right now. Now, he was asked about it when he spoke to the media after, and he didn't have much to say about it at all. Said he doesn't want to talk about the contract situation, but he might not want to talk about it, but people are talking about it, like Jeremy Fowler, who said just the other day the sense here around the league is that Baltimore could follow the blueprint that Buffalo put together back in March when they extended Josh Allen, even though he had multiple years left on his contract. The feeling is get ahead of that huge quarterback market money, and 3 or 4 years from now, just pay your guy now when he's got multiple years left on his current deal. And what this shows, Lamar Jackson still being in attendance, even though Eric DeCosta has even reported they're in the very early stages of talking his contract. What that shows is they're in talks, they're discussing this, but like it's not dire. It's not going to hold out status, which I think is a great thing for Lamar, and I think it's a great thing for this team in general. And let's just be real. The more practices that Lamar Jackson is at, the better for him, the better for this team, the better for all the new weapons, talking DeAndre Hopkins. Like, the better it is for everybody when Lamar Jackson's there. Sure, if he missed these 3 days, would that affect that much come December, come January, come playoff time? No, not really. But that still doesn't mean that these times aren't crucial for, kind of getting back into the swing of things. I need you guys to predict Lamar's stat line for 2025 for me in the comment section down below. What I want from you guys is completion percentage, yards, touchdowns, interceptions. Let me know in those comments right now. Second takeaway, Beau, Braid, and Auzier were back. Both of those players suffered injuries last week during Ravens OTAs. It was a really long couple of weeks of Ravens OTA periods, and this came from Jonas Schaefer on June 10th saying, don't see Ravens DBs, Beau, Braid, or Chidobe Auzier at today's OTAs. Braid was helped off the field Monday after collision, while Auzier stepped away from action late in the practice to have his foot retaped. Seemed like a minor foot/ankle injury. And I'm going to be real with you guys. These DBs need as much practice as possible, okay? And I'm not saying because Chidobe is bad. I'm not saying because Beau, Braid is bad. But I'm just saying because right now, we need them to be at their absolute best. Chidobe Auzier, I think, is really, really competing for that cornerback 2 spot behind Nate Wiggins, if you're talking outside corners. And Beau, Braid has a chance to step up and be somebody in this defense, in that safety room, kind of like an Ardarius Washington replacement. Okay? And so the fact that both of those guys are here at mandatory minicamp, I think is positive for them and positive for this defense. There's going to be a lot of competition in those rooms. And at the end of the day, I want the best corners and the best safeties to be the ones that win out there. You're going to get a better look at who's the best when they're at practices and when they're at these mini camp days. Takeaway number 3. The Ravens were hosting multiple tryouts. Not just 1, not just 2, but 3. And not just offense, not just defense, but special teams as well. There were 3 guys going through minicamp tryouts: Antonio Hamilton Sr., Ramel Keyton, and Matt Haack. 3 guys who play 3 very different positions. Antonio Hamilton Sr. is a cornerback. He's a little bit older, 32 years old, played sparingly in 2024. But I think they're saying, look, we could use a little bit more depth in this cornerback rotation and see if we can get an older veteran guy in here, see if he can compete. For Ramel Keyton, I'm very, very familiar with Ramel Keyton. He was a wide receiver for 3 years when I was at the University of Tennessee. Big frame, 6'3", 197, skinny body, can make some really good catches, doesn't have a great run after the catch ability with him. I don't think he's going to threaten for anything with this tryout. I was never that impressed. And then this one surprised me. Matt Haack, who went in as a tryout for that punter role, which is a little bit surprising given the fact that Jordan Stout, I feel like that's been his position ever since he's been with this team, and nobody's really even threatened it. I don't think Haack is necessarily threatening it, but it's definitely something to note that they're, trying out punters. Maybe you need more punter depth. I don't know. I'm not the special teams coordinator. Be honest for me. Do any of these guys make the 90-man roster? That might seem a little mean. I get it, but you let me know in the comment section down below by giving me a yes or a no. Coming up, I got 2 more minicamp takeaways to get to. These ones are good. Make sure you stay on this video. Check out what I got for you. But right now, I got for you something even better than that. An awesome deal with our friends at Fanatics. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Lamar jersey. Get your Lamar Jackson jersey either in purple or in black for just $80. It was $100. Now it's $80. That's 20% off if you can do the quick math. Chatsports.com/Lamar jersey is where you need to go. Take advantage of this before this deal is gone. Free shipping on top of that as well. Again, chatsports.com/Lamar jersey. Head down there right now. It's in the comments and description of today's video. Let's talk linebackers, because Trenton Simpson, I'm going to be honest with you, guys, he looks ready. He looks ready to compete. He looks ready to win back that starting inside linebacker spot right next to Roquan Smith. And last season, this has been very well documented on this channel, 0 snaps in Week 15, 10 in Week 16 and 17 combined, and then not a single snap in either of the playoff games. He got his seat taken from him. The good thing about Trenton is he's looking at it in a positive light. He said, I know that will be the greatest thing that ever happened in my career. It definitely made me more alert to understand that this is a business, and you have to prove it every single day. I've learned so much from it. First off, what a fantastic attitude to have. If you lose your starting spot and you look at that and say, this is the best thing to happen for me, when I look at my career, this is going to be the best thing, that is wonderful. That shows and speaks volumes on your character and who you are as a person. And this offseason, he spent his time training with Roquan Smith, trying to get back, trying to get ready, trying to be the guy that he wasn't able to at the end of the season. He looks ready to compete. And he's competing with Teddy Buchanan. If you had to pick out of those 2 guys, who do you think starts at the inside linebacker spot in 2025? Do you think it's Trenton Simpson, or do you think the rookie linebacker takes it from him? You let me know in the comment section down below. My 5th and final takeaway on today's show, attendance was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Beau Smolka tweeting this out, that they're only missing 2 guys. It was Emory Jones, and it was Ardarius Washington. Both of those guys were out because of injury. Other than that, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, Nnamdi Madubuike, Kyle Van Noy, all of those guys were back on the fields, and a lot of those guys missed a lot of OTA practices. Look, this seems like it's something small. I get that. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this is exactly what championship franchises do. They work. They come to things that are mandatory. They put in that grind. They have no drama. They just do the jobs that they're supposed to. They're all about the process, and right now that seems that is this team's attitude in 2025. Because there's holdouts all across the league. There's 2 in Miami with Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. There's two with two of your biggest rivals, TJ Watt, Trey Hendrickson, and then one of the guys that kicked you out of the playoffs last year, James Cook. All 5 of those guys are holding out from their teams because they're in contract disputes. No holdouts from your Baltimore Ravens. Everybody in attendance, if you were not injured, that is beautiful to see going into the year. Make sure you guys got me on social media, Joey Petersen 8 on Twitter, at Joey Petersen 8 on Instagram, and over everything, make sure you guys are subscribed right here at the Ravens Rundown.